Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who ruled well and who taught me this truth, and a sincere salutations to the Tabernacle of David. You Akim pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also a healthy shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying. So I'm going to dive into this article real quick. It reads, Washington fanning the flames in Ukraine. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesman Wang Wenbin has shot back at Washington's accusations that Beijing is considering providing lethal support for Moscow in Ukraine. The diplomat said the U.S. was in no position to tell China what to do. It is the U.S., not China, that has been pouring weapons into the battlefield. The diplomat said at a regular press briefing on Monday. He added that unlike Washington, Beijing had been supporting talks for peace since the beginning of the Ukraine conflict. The international community is fully aware who is calling for dialogue and striving for peace, and who is fanning the flames and stoking confrontation. Right. And that's America, Babylon the Great. They want this war. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he is allowing these other nations to see America's true colors. Okay? Now, this is Nahum chapter 3 and verse 5. It reads, Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Who is the Lord against? Esau, Edom. Okay? And his empire, America, Babylon the Great. He's against the bloody city. All right? For the atrocities that it committed to his chosen people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? You are the Israelites, the biblical Israelites, the Lord's chosen people. So it reads, Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And that's what the Lord is doing, man. So back to the article. The international community is fully aware who is calling for dialogue and striving for peace, and who is fanning the flames and stoking confrontation. We urge the U.S. side to seriously reflect on the role it has played, do something to actually help de-escalate the situation and promote peace talks, and stop deflecting the blame and spreading disinformation. On Sunday, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken claimed in an interview with CBS that Washington had information that China was considering providing lethal support to Russia. He emphasized that such a decision would have serious consequences for relations with Beijing. That was followed by a comment from U.S. envoy to the UN, Linda Thomas Greenfield, who told CNN that Washington would view China sending weapons to Russia as a red line. The U.S., meanwhile, has sent Kyiv billions of dollars worth of military aid, including main battle tanks. Okay? And this is going to be the motivating factor for all America's allies to turn on her. Okay? Seeing the hypocrisy, seeing the wickedness, okay? Seeing that it's a lose-lose situation and that America has no loyalty. America is only for America. And their allies are starting to understand that, such as Germany, okay? Finding out that it was, America who sabotaged its pipeline, causing thousands to freeze to death and give them horrible economic times over there. Okay, an ally did that to them. And don't think these nations don't see, what happened to Gaddafi, what happened to the president of Haiti, all right, and so forth and so on. You can name a million of them, but they see America's behavior, okay? But now they have the great equalizer, all right? So now there's no fear to act. Everyone's on equal playing fields with the great weapon, okay? These nukes, these ICBMs. So let's go to Jeremiah chapter 51 from the top, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind." Right. All right. And this isn't talking about ancient Babylon. This is talking about America, Babylon the Great. Okay. Spiritually Egypt, spiritually Sodom. Okay. This empire that encompasses all the wickedness of all those past wicked empires rolled up into one, the worst one of them all. All right. So it says, Salakia, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind." All right. And where is this destroying wind going to come from? Okay. Ultimately, this destroying wind is going to come from America's enemies shooting nukes, intercontinental ballistic missiles on her, and also its allies turning on her and unloading the clip also on her. All right. So when I was reading this, the destroying wind, the first clip that came to my mind was the clip from the Wolverine. All right. So this is what we got. All right, so that's that destroying wind, man. Okay. It reads, oh, and real quick, I never knew the name of that destroying wind. So, I Googled it real quick. All right, and it's called a blast wave, a nuclear blast wave. Okay, the definition: a fraction of a second after a nuclear explosion, the heat from the fireball causes a high pressure wave to develop and move outward, producing the blast effect. The front of the blast wave, i.e., the shock front, travels rapidly away from the fireball and a moving wall of highly compressed air. All right. And this is that destroying wind that the Lord, okay, is speaking about here in Jeremiah, okay, the 50 first chapter. All right. And it says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her. All right. And when you fan a fire, what do? You're increasing the heat. You're making that fire stronger. So the Lord is saying he's going to have all these other nations join in on pouring fuel on the fire. Okay. They're going to release their nukes too. Okay. It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about. All right. So from here, let's go to Salakia. All right. Because let's see the effect of that destroying wind. This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. All right. And it reads, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before a place. Okay. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. All right. Just like Wolverine did in that clip. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. All right. And this is a future prophecy. Okay. And what type of instrument today can achieve this result of making your tongue and your eyes and your flesh melt where you stand? Okay. ICBMs, man, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay. The Lord is not playing, man. He ain't playing. This is coming to pass, whether you believe it or not. Whether you believe it or not. Okay. So from there, let's go to Revelation, the 18th chapter. And we're going to start at the 9th verse. Okay. Because this is going to be the outcome. Okay. America is going to be destroyed. All right. And let me let the Lord talk. It says, lament for Babylon. It says, Revelation 18 and 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. All right. These nations that made deals with her. Okay. These nations that are confederate with her. All right. It says, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment is come. All right. And like I said, this is talking about America, Babylon, and grain, not ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon did not go down in this manner. Okay, this is a future prophecy. And it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Right, because these Babylonians, these Americans are a bunch of consumers. All right, and once it's destroyed, these other nations their cash cow's gone, man. All right. It's going to be unbelievable. How has the hammer of the earth fallen, man? Okay. This once great and powerful empire destroyed, wiped off the face of the earth. Okay. So beautiful times, man. All right. Let's get one more. We're going to end it with this. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. And it reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. All right. That nuke touching the ground and exploding. Okay. That's where that noise is coming from. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right. And I highly doubt y'all people have Wolverine mutant powers, okay, to regrow your flesh and your eyes and your tongue. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right. And real quick, when we look at that word conversation, okay,
Strong's G 391. Anastrafe. Anastrafe.
show outline of biblical usage, and it means manner of life, conduct, behavior, okay, deportment. All right, so conduct yourself in a heavenly manner, okay, doing your best to abide by the Heavenly Father's laws, statutes, and commandments, man, and do your best to sin less, okay, just try, okay, that's all we can do, okay, to the best of our ability. So anyway, Lord's willing, this was edifying Israel. Shalom, wa abad babal.